Pristini looking dangerous.
He's just ripping the entirety of the gorillas. Wow.
Aggressive is always Diamond Con. Head rip off.
Looking to find a few more, but Gunners absolutely rips his way through the three of them.
249, Seattle won!
Good morning, Seattle Surge Nation. I'm RLaw. It's been absolutely incredible. Everything has been nuts. As you saw last time, unfortunately, we did not play as I had anticipated. All my predictions were wrong. I have never been so wrong in my life before. It was actually kind of a little bit embarrassing, but I'm hoping this time around, Seattle Surge comes through and shows up and plays exactly how I had anticipated, because let's face it, we're a top tier team. I've never seen such a lack of performance from our players before. I was actually... It was a letdown. The magic was not there. Pristini, the magician, Houdini, Pristini the Houdini. I gave you a nickname that was so dope. I was like, this man performs magic. You cannot see any other player play like this man does. And unfortunately, he was not there. He was not warmed up. He was not on last time. So if Pristini does not come through today, I'm not expecting the best performance all around from the team together. But I think if Pristini does show up and does play his role to a T, everyone else is going to be able to play the role, and everyone's going to really come together, and we are going to have the gameplay that I had predicted. I think that the Minnesota Rokkr are not ready for what's in store for them today, because at this point, we have something to prove, okay? We were the underdogs. We came out on top. We were absolutely dominating. The competition was left in devastation anytime we came across them, and now the 3-0 clean sweep from Optic towards us just was not what we needed on our plate. It's not what we were trying to serve up for people to eat. Anything you guys are watching, it's not what we wanted to give you, okay? So we got to live up to our name, and we got to absolutely dominate today, and that's what I'm anticipating, all right? Octane, Slade, every time I talk about you, you live up to everything I say, okay? I have not sat here and been like, Octane, where are you? Octane, where are you? You do show up every single time. I love it. You're so impressive. Please keep playing the way you need to, okay? Your team needs you, and I absolutely love to see when you show up, because you consistently bring the action, the gunfight, and the kills. When you're not, you quickly swap it up and you fix exactly what you need to, and that's what I love about you. You are absolutely beautiful, all right? I cannot say anything else about you, because you are everything I need you to be. Looney, boy genius, Jimmy Neutron. Every time I think of you, I think of that little intro we used to see on TV where it's just the new, genius, okay? I don't know where you went to school. I don't know what education you had. I'm jealous, okay? Whatever you were born with, you are a mastermind. I feel like when I'm playing video games, I need to call you and be like, hey, how should I go about this situation better? Because you just piece everything together. I feel like even if your shot's not there, which it was last time, I feel like you were outslaying the people that I expected to be getting the kills. The plays on Raid, I have not seen a boy genius actually show up and get a 3v1 play and actually get the kills and hold the site for the team to rotate and respawn. Crazy, okay? Absolutely crazy. Keys of the game. Let's worry about how we're gonna do today. Seattle Surge versus Minnesota Rokkr. I think step one, keys of the game, sit down Standy. He's the rookie that is coming out shining and doing everything he needs to his first team. I think if Standy gets sat down like needed, step one, all right, just get rid of the rookie. The rest of the three of them, easy work. Okay, we can handle that, no problem. Trade out efficiently. As you saw last time, we're good at getting kills. That's not a problem, all right? We can get our kills. Our problem is this. After we get that entry and that entry player gets the 2 or 1 and dies, there's not a lot of people really there to hit their shots and get that trade instantly. And that's something we need to work on. All right? We improve on that. Easy. Light work. Not a thing is going to get in our way. Now, slaying. I don't think this is too big of an issue, because as you saw, we got Gunners being the icy hot slayer, the warlord coming out. He takes that little slow start, but as soon as he's there, he's there. And Octane has been there. Pristini, I need you to step up, baby. I got high anticipations and hope for you, okay? I think you might be one of the best players I've seen in the league, but if you don't show up, I feel like that's a GG, and that's really scary, all right? As a caster, a friend, and someone who loves your work, I'm trying to see you paint the floor with the enemies, okay? That's something that I am looking forward to. So I need you to show up. I need Looney. Everyone keep getting your kills, keep getting your slays, and everyone get the trays that we need. And this is going to be a really quick sweep on our end, all right? Seattle Surge is not going to lose today. We are here. We're going to win this, and we're going to see you guys next week in the majors, and we're going to dominate there as well. All right. Now, I want to talk real quickly on last weekend's Seattle Surge gameplay again. All right, hardpoint, beautiful. I don't think there was too many complaints. Unfortunately, it did end up coming back and taking it from us at the end. It happens. It happens. I like how I was so close to the score and was a little heart-wrenching to have the score prediction 1 point off, but reversed on me. But that Surge gameplay, I see it every time. I don't think that there's a team that really stands above us in Surge. That is our game, and it was not last time. If we lose today, we're locked in fourth. If we win an Optic win, we get third. All right, that's where we need this to go. So today, we need to come out on top and absolutely dominate this. If we win an Optic lose, we get second. And shout out to Brandon in the chat for giving me that information, because that was not something I was actually aware of. So I appreciate you, and I do actually thank you for letting me know about that. But Surge and Destroy, we need you. We that is our game. So if we do not show up today, we get that hard point today, I'm gonna be happy. All right. The respawns, we just need to steal one from the enemy, and that's just set in stone. That's a GG. If we get the hard pointer off the bat, the momentum carries over to Surge, and then we dominate. Looney, every single time I've been here casting, has got that first round 200 IQ play to set the tone for the rest of the game, and that's what I need. Looney, you show up today, I'll come give you a kiss on the cheek, all right? Because I am highly anticipating you to set the entire stage today, all right? You have been the person that I put all my eggs in one basket for. I will dance around. I will skip down the yellow brick road if Looney hits all his shots today and the 200 IQ plays are here, all right? Because that's how much faith and hope I have in my dreams set on you, all right? You are everything I am hoping for. Everything I'm looking to see today, I need you to be the one to do it, because you have been absolutely a star child player. You have been what every team wants a player to look like on their league, all right? You are, there's no way to properly describe you, Looney. I love the hair. I love the style. I love the kills. Please keep being you. All right, everyone else, keep up with this man, because Looney is a god. Hi, Ari. What's up, Scuba Joe? But hey, man, hope we win today. Good luck to the boys. Absolutely. I don't need luck. We may have needed it last weekend. We may not showed up, but I feel like today the boys are really here, and we're ready to make up for the mistakes that we gave you guys last weekend. And we do want to apologize. I know that was not what you guys tuned in for, but today we have a show for you. All right, there's no way this does not go in our favor. We have so much on the line today that I feel like all the players are ready. The anticipation for today's match is at an all-time high. It's like when you're in line at an amusement park for the roller coaster, and that the nerves that set in right before, they're absolutely insane, right? You're shaking, you're wondering, is this going to go right? You're a little bit nervous. You're like, your person's next to you. That's their three teammates, all right? And as soon as you sit down in that seat and you start going up that hill, that's the pre-warm-up right now. That's where we are. We are climbing that hill together. But as soon as we go over and we're going straight down, that the most exciting, the most thrill-like moment. And I just, for some reason, when I envision that in my head, I see Pristini's face, hands up, the biggest smile on his face, leading the way. And that's what I need today. Pristini, baby, please show up, because everything, in my opinion, rides on you. If you are not here today, your three friends, players, teammates, they cannot carry that weight without you. I need you to take everything I've said from everyone else, the icy hot, the boy genius, the octane consistency. I need you to take all three of those traits and keep that in your head, that they're going to be there, and just play your role, baby, because you are a key factor to this team structure. And if you are here, everyone else is as well. Predictions? Okay. I don't know what you guys are thinking in the chat. I was really good at this last time. I'm kind of scared about how good I was at this, because I feel like if I give you guys a good score, it's going to be reversed, and I don't want to do that. But at least I'm not Joey Nubsy, and every time that I make a prediction, it's automatically a guaranteed L, because that man is bad karma. All right, do not ask Joey Nubsy for an opinion on where we place. So I'm going to say right now, hardpoint, we're winning. Not a doubt in my mind about that one. 250, 217. That's what I'm going with today. 250, 217. Last time was 250 to 227 was my prediction, and the score ended up being 250 to 226. I'm going to say 250 to 217 is my prediction for hardpoint. I want to give them a little bit more faith in Surge. I'm going to say 6-3 for Search and Destroy. And Control, if we pull off a Tower of Power again, I don't think I need a prediction for that one. I think that's going to just be Control is going to be easily in the bag. I think that the performance we've had on Control, the consistency with that, as long as we don't try that strat where we give up that first play, that's not a play I agree with. I'm not going to lie. I think that's a great strat. But I think that after it didn't work the first time, maybe we should have switched it up. But if we do go for that strat again, I hope to see that maybe they send a player over and have them get some poke kills or do some damage to the people on that site, maybe buy us some time. I feel like we kind of threw away a lot of time letting them just take that so quickly. Maybe if someone does some poke or gets some contested timer, maybe something like that might give us an easier win over in Control. Maybe that's something we need to work on and switch. Our record's not the best in it, but I do have high hopes and I do have high anticipation for Control, and I think that's what I'm the most excited for out of all our game modes. I think it's because we're such an underdog that I look forward the most to watching that gameplay. But just remember, guys, we're the Seattle Surge, and drown them out. And I look forward to the rest of the gameplay, and I'll see you guys at halftime.
You know, you want to start in that winner's bracket. There's all these different scenarios. I know our competition ops team's going crazy, but we're going to see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. That's exactly right. No, I was talking to Alex, who works in our league ops side, and he basically said this is the craziest groups in any title he's ever worked on, which he's been working at league ops for like 7 years. So that's pretty crazy to hear. But let's meet our squads. We're going to start things off with Minnesota Rokkr.
Rokkr certainly come to play.
They can't stop it. They can't stop the kid. They can't stop it.
Whoa, Priester, disgusting. Accuracy's there, nice kill. Bang! 200 IQ, 10 out of 10 play. Oh my word! But Thatch is going to save the day. Rokkr, our kings of the north.
The new look squad, Joe, they've been frying. Standy is in. They're finding success. Obviously, still some work to do in the hard points, but they're finding W's. They beat Optic. They beat Empire. They're rolling.
Yeah, I mean, that's really it. 2-0 against two of the best teams in the league right now. And, you know, these guys, they started 0-2. They made that roster change. They're trying to get in a winner's bracket, going into stage 2. And it was difficult for them. You got to think the first week as a squad, and you got to play those two teams. They're able to go 2-0. But all 4 players with big moments last week.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Another team kind of on the surge, on the rise, as they've been making plays and starting to find their footing despite not making the roster change. It is the Surge. Let's check out the roster.
Lord, son! Finds himself another one! Pristini looking dangerous.
He's just ripping the entirety of the gorillas. Wow.
Aggressive is always Diamond Con, head ripped off.
Looking to find a few more, but Gunners absolutely rips his way through the 3 of them.
249, Seattle won!
So, Joe, they don't make a change. They stick it out. And, they've been finding some improvements. Pristini seems to be a new player between stage 1 and stage 2, and it's been awesome to see them find a groove.
Yeah, I think at the end of stage 1, Seattle Surge, they started to make improvements, and I think you saw signs of it. And all 4 of these guys are veterans. They know what it takes to win. They've all been previous champions, so they stick it out. They saw their potential the last couple of weeks throughout stage 2. We're seeing them starting to get a groove a little bit more. I think the Krieg meta has helped them out. But yeah, I think the big thing for me is absolutely Pristini.
Yeah, this is it's going to be fun to watch, but I want to look at this real quick. It's Group B standings. It gets really insane, especially with the Paris win. And I think I confused some people with my tweet just about the implications for Optic, because a Minnesota win here guarantees Optic are in a winner's bracket spot, so they're in the top 3. But some fans might be rooting for a Surge win, because then it comes down to that Empire match. But what's so crazy about it for Optic there is what you win, you get first, you lose, you get 6th, or something insane like that. Like, the swing is nuts. So I guess it depends on what you're looking for. But yeah, every match, every map, so crucial right now, Joe.
Yeah, they are. And then we're going to take a look at our maps and modes and really how this one played out. You and I were kind of talking about it. There's some weird ones. I think for Seattle, you see Control Raid 0-4 on that one, but we did see them go to around 5. It feels like one that they're comfortable with, but that's Minnesota's. They're 5-2. That's their best Control map. They beat Dallas. They beat Optic on it. So kind of scratching your head there. You look at hardpoint Garrison, the first time Seattle's playing that hardpoint in map 4. Minnesota is 0-3 on their record, but it's a new roster. They haven't played that map with Standy yet.
So that's what I got to think, right? I mean, you're only going there because you feel a little bit more confident with the new guy in the squad, right?
100%. Yeah, I think, yeah, they're trying to find a little bit more of a groove in hardpoint, trying to switch it up. But one hardpoint that has been great for them has been raid hardpoint. This has been where Seattle has had some really tough games where they've looked solid. Minnesota 2-3 on this map in the Surge. They just lost the optic on it, but it was about, what, a 25-point game.
Yeah, no, it was a nail-biter for sure. But Pristini has been so hot in Stage 2. We start off with him, but the newcomer, Standy, there to take him down is Standy, soaring on through with the movement, takes down a second, and gets some comfortable position inside of the point for Rokkr. We'll see how much time they can accrue here off the opening, but they've got mid lockdown, a player in the hard point, one watching poolside as well, in a good position here early.
Yeah, and I think they thought that there was going to be a big mid and water push there, but Seattle Surge, they just sent 3 up driveway. They're fighting for hill control, but he is on a bit of a spree, so maybe thinking about streaks, we know how strong they can be on this map. Accuracy, lock it down top. Laundry, attach is going to fly in, and when you and I were discussing sort of Minnesota Rokkr and Standy, I mean, it's all about his pacing. I think you look at the Chicago series, you know, he had a ridiculous series. Dallas Empire, the respawns, it was a little bit more human, but you can tell how much more of a team they play just with his presence.
Well, it's accuracy right now on 6 in a row, just trying to play his life, building towards streaks, but Pristini able to hunt him down. Now we'll shift focus over towards kitchen, and they've got a comfortable setup because we saw a couple times when we've casted recently, like teams putting so much emphasis on the back spawns, getting broken from the front because they're focused so much on that backside, but they had a little bit of a cushion and breathing room here on rotation.
Well, yeah, right. Accuracy gets a couple of kills at the end of the ring, so that spawns Seattle all the way out. Looney, the route man on the Surge, trying to make a play towards the back. The nade does connect on the Priesta. He's waiting for Pristini, though. There is the pinch from inside of money and the backside. Gunless, they're going to get the break, but it's with 20 seconds. So I think you say, okay, if you are Minnesota Rokkr, but look at Octane. He started off 0-5, just finds his first kill. And Pristini on a 5 spree now. We've had a couple of players on 5 or 6 sprees. Can he connect with that spree and earn those streaks? Octane on that rotation. His first 2 kills of the game, but they're big ones. It's going to allow them to lock down Garage. There's the 3rd.
Yeah, those are massive kills. He gets 3, and they all spawn out basically across the map. So massive stuff there from Octane is to try to rally back and maybe get a lead change here. There's one player through on the flank as well through mid. I think that's Looney, but he's going to get caught. But the teammates inside of the hard point are able to pick up the kills. And if anything, Looney may have helped stagger or slow down that rotation a little bit from Rokkr. But look at this streak right now out of Pristini. It was 7 in a row for him. He does get the artillery. Rokkr ultimately get through, but you got some good time at the start of the point. You get a streak behind it. You're feeling all right if you're Surge.
Yeah, and the break comes in with about 25 seconds. We're going to Basketball Hill, and I think this is where, probably the biggest money hill of raid has come. It is very difficult to break. We'll see how Minnesota wants to opt about this. It looks like they're going to try and get control of kitchen, and really that's the first point you have to try and take control, because if you have players inside of money, they just cut you off from the spawn. The players can rotate inside a cut, and that's going to be 3 dead. As Gunless and Pristini lock down the kitchen, and look at that spawn so far back towards Garage. And there you see Pristini, he's rotating back and forth. He's looking out the money window. He's now helping kitchen. We're already 15 seconds off this hill, Maeve, and they have not gotten close.
Yeah, I mean, you might get a lead change here, and you've got Looney at 1-7 and double negative for Octane. I think you're feeling all right. But for the Rokkr side right now, you have the lead. You're desperately looking for your 3rd win in a row here since the change. And I think we talk a lot about team changes and the impact on pacing and gameplay, but I imagine it's a tricky thing too, just from a communication side, to get that new guy in the mix. I'm curious to kind of hear them talk through things. Let's go to an Astro, listen in with Minnesota Rokkr.
Eddie. I just want to know. In the room, two old. Last two old. One more close.
I'm holding green right now.
I'm gonna get.
I think one's out on me. Out on me?
One on me. It's a kitchen. I'll help you up kitchen. I'm staying down.
I'm picking up your water. Yo, force some kitchen spawns.
Laundry.
I have water.
Oh, no, kitchen. I'm staying down.
Don't get shot from. Don't get shot from pillars.
They might over. They got
one of me pillars. Don't get shot from water. I'll let you kitchen.
Same drink. I have kitchen.
Close kitchen.
One drink.
More kitchen.
Just artillery. Artillery. One drink. Stop.
Yeah, I'm pitching kitchen. Stay alive.
Kitchen, top ring. Okay, go for it.
Alright, we have 2 down. I'm
looking at top ring.
Neho.
I don't see him top ring. He's
I'll
pillars in top ring. Pillars in top ring.
On
Top
now.
ring.
Nice. I got
Pillars,
pillars.
we
Top
got
ring.
it.
Top ring. Gunless is top ring. I'll get the kid ring. I'll get the kid ring.
Still ring.
Water on me, water.
Ring dead.
Nice, big one on hill.
There's
Big one
no basketball.
I'm gonna help time.
I'm helping you. They're gonna be your water.
I'm
I'm gonna try and get your
I'm in your
water.
water.
Yeah, I'm gonna push up.
I'm
Water,
trying to get your water.
I have laundry.
On hill, Preston weak.
Have your water.
I'm holding laundry,
Water,
guys.
Octane. One shot.
Back kitchen Danny. Kitchen
Look at him,
Danny.
Octane dead.
Nice.
Kitchen Danny dead.
Yeah, they
I'm
can
looking
get
for
more
back,
back.
One more back. Gunless.
Where did he go? Where did he go?
Laundry.
Hey,
Laundry.
I guess puts.
I can kill Gunless. I
Yeah,
can kill Gunless.
Drive to new. And
I
one's
spawned
down.
pool.
And goes by laundry.
Gunless
you
is
go
the
right.
laundry.
Okay.
Working on the back. I'm working on the back with you.
I don't see him zig. I'm coming to the back with you guys. Is he on the heady?
But take
Sliding.
your time, mid.
I'm on mid.
Heady
I'm
weak.
left, I can't tell.
Heady weak.
I'm nading heady. I need heady.
I needed it too.
Close left.
Well, Joe, we're about halfway through this game, and outside of Looney obviously not having an ideal start, is there anything from either team do you think really needs to turn around here if they're going to get going?
I mean, I think just both teams sort of trading blows back and forth. This is what we typically see on Raid, right? Just locking down those key rotations. I think Seattle Surge has done a wonderful job on this ring hill throughout this second rotation. I mean, it was Gunless and Octane just making sure they had top statue control, pushing out Rokkr. I thought there was a moment there where Rokkr could take down Gunless, maybe get back laundry spawns and really blow the lead wide open. But Gunless and Octane with those Krigs, locking things down, giving them a majority of the time. And as you said, a slow start from Looney throughout this map, but they are in the lead. What does it matter?
Well, Looney, I think, went like 4-1 or 4-2 over that last stretch. And yeah, Octane just taking faces there as the beams were absolutely on point. But it's 3 kills in a row there for Rokkr. Priestess is still trying to lock down the back, but Pristini might get an opener. Now, they've got the back spawns, but no real front control outside of Gunless, who's trying to make a play. Gunless should be able to turn some heads, and you've got a great chance for a collapse here from Surge.
Yeah, Priestess spawns up, takes him down, but here comes the push. 3 players in, Looney just trying to finesse, trying to play his life, using that pillar so well. Accuracy is going to be the last player at the front of the hill. Pristini on another 4 spree, up to 21-13. And this guy, I mean, we've watched him for years now. He's been inconsistent. We've seen him days where he's looked like the best player in the world, other days where he's looked like the worst player in the league, right? But, I mean, Pristini throughout this stage has been so good for them in hardpoint, and he's continue it here, 21-14, make it 22.
Yeah, we weren't on his POV, and I just kept waiting for him to get traded through the back door, and he just got a kill. And then he got another kill. And then he got another kill. No one's going to trade this, apparently. Just Pristini. A genie. Bit of magic there in the back to keep them going. He's up to 22-14 now and on the hunt. Well, not gonna keep hunting there. As Attach will find the kill. Now it's Looney inside. He will drop as well. Dandy getting some damage in, but good job just valuing his life. He's got kind of a 2-on-2 at the point now as the rest of the troops try to rally across. They'll be contested until someone can get in position. And 2 players trying to push through Zig, I think, are a little bit worried somebody might be hitting a cut through the flank, but everybody just kind of grouped up outside, battling for the contest. As the onslaught continues.
Nobody from Seattle's been able to push this. I mean, Attach and Standy just locked that contest down for so long. I think when you have those close water spawns, you're hoping to get a majority of this time. But Rokkr, they push through the gym. They're able to just use that blue van, just contest time and time again, even with those close spawns. Rokkr not able to convert it into time. Now on this rotation of basketball, the scrap time is going Surge's way, but you do have Gunless with the Krig on the court, but he's getting pinched right now. Priesta is going to be coming behind him. Accuracy and Priesta find those kills. Octane, he's the last one up. He's going to wait for his teammates in. Well, Standy spawns right next to him. He's not going to expect that.
No, he did not expect that at all. He thinks he's deep and he's got the position, but Standy spawns like 10 feet from him. And now, look at the breathing room. You've got accuracy all the way pushed out mid-map. Nice trade there from Attach. Standy threw on the crossfire as well, and they've been able to enjoy a lot of uncontested time here as Priesta wins one by the hard point. Now Attach, he's on 3 in a row. Standy, 2 for him as he continues to control this mid-map area. Pristini, nice gunfight win, but the trades again on point is Attach now. Gets out to 5 in a row, picks up both players through that pull cross. And they're just 35 points away from taking this map 1, and it has not been easy to find hardpoint victories if you're Rokkr.
No, it has not. But I love that they go for the map positioning there. Attach was on 5. If he's able, there was a player that spotted him, Ziggy. He's able to get to that driveway. He would have found 2 more. Maybe got some streaks. But Seattle Surge, they come off a spawn with about 10 seconds left at basketball. They're able to get into their setup now. Accuracy is going on a very wide pinch around Zig. He's able to win that with the 74U. 2 players alive now. Pristine knows that the pinch is coming through, and they take their time. They get their break. It is going to be another nail-biting end here on RLaw.
Yeah, and you can see how difficult it is when you lose a fight on one side of it. Just Pristine like scrambling around, knows he's about to get pinched from every which way, but look at the kills coming through for Surge. They find everybody on the map. Everyone spawns out garage side for Rokkr. 31 points needed for Surge, 16 needed for Rokkr to close out this map 1, but yeah, the long routes you saw from either side.
Yeah, Looney, he shifts over. He knows it's going to come down to ring. Attach Standy. They're going to go all the way through pool. Standy tried taking a bit of a shortcut up towards the stairs. Do they expect Attach? Attach is able to find one. Accuracy with another. It's down to a 1v1 on the hill. Priesta takes down 2. The spawns, though, very close back. Laundry, Looney floods on in. We're at a tied game, but Seattle with control.
Seattle looking to close it out here. They're in the pinch, the collapse. Got a Surge on forward as Surge continue to try and hold. Standy looking to be the playmaker, but all of his teammates drop. Those might be the kills to close it out. And with the deep spawn out, Surge bring it back. And Surge take the map 1, 250, 230.
Have the best game, doesn't matter. They clutched up when they needed to. They won certain rotations. And man, that break. I thought Rokkr had it. When you go to that P5, that last hill, when accuracy goes all the way through pool towards Zig, and they get that break. But right after that moment, it was a 3-down scenario in Seattle Surge. They get the break. They rotate the ring. They have the early position at Laundry. Beautifully done by them.
Yeah, and as important as those key moments were late, and you know we always focus on the clutch moments, but I just think the fact that it was so close early when you had Octane double negative and Looney was 2-11, like the fact they were down 20-30 points throughout that stretch really is what gave them a chance late. But stats wise, Octane, Gunless putting in the damage, 5,000 plus from either of them. The damage dealers doing it there. That's why you got Octane and Gunless paired up right to do that superstar work.
Absolutely, and then 31 kills from Pristini, but Octane and Gunless, it just feels like ever since we've had the Craig meta really come into play, they have been performing at a much higher level. They seem comfortable.
Absolutely. So Surge get the first one done. The hardpoint woes continue to be there for Rokkr. And if you think about the game 4, you mentioned kind of that Garrison where they're 0-3. We'll see if Standy's the difference, but they've also showed us multiple times that they can win it through 2-3-5 if needed. But a shot of Pristini as he gets the map 1 victory there. Search and destroy around the corner. We'll be back after this break.
Seattle squad is going to be really dangerous.
Seattle's inside. 249, 249, Seattle.
Make some noise for the Seattle Surge.
The Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G.
We are back. Surge, take it in the clutch time. The final moments, they get the map 1 done as you get a shot of all 8 players getting locked in, ready to go outside of Looney, who's not moving. But let's get to our game fuel keys to victory. We're going to start off with Seattle. Surge, Joe, what stood out for you?
Yeah, the big thing for them is they got to find those adjustments in control. They're 2-8 in control this season. Both wins, though, were on Garrison. What are we seeing here today? It's Raid. They're 0-4. What adjustments can they make? Look out for Octane in Search and Destroy. When they are winning, he is putting up a 1.81, and their loss is a 0.96. That is a huge difference. And then Pristini. Just look at the difference maker, from stage 1 versus stage 2. I know we've talked about it a lot on broadcast, but those numbers, man, they are just so improved. He is in his zone.
Yeah, especially, the S&D is pretty similar, but the respawns, right? And the hard point specifically, it's just been
did it again.
Yeah, it's been so much better. He has just been frying, and it's great to see. A guy that sometimes gets down on himself, maybe a little bit too much. It's cool to see him finding a groove here with the squad. But now to Rokkr. Joe, take me through the keys to victory.
Yeah, great improvements with Standy, but their hard point needs to be better. They lost both last series, and right there, you're down 0-1 to start it. I know you've been a great 2, 3, and 5 team, but the hard point just needs to improve. However, Rokkr's second in the league in S&D defensive rounds. I think they can use that along with their sort of deep map pool to really frustrate the Seattle Surge side. Maybe you can make Octane uncomfortable, and don't forget about his attach. He was their best player in stage 1. I know we've talked a lot about Standy, a lot about Freesta and what they've done, to really make this team better throughout stage 2. But attach has been there, the rock for Rokkr. He's been so consistent for him.
Yeah, and to the search stat you had there, they're second just overall now, right? They're hunting for that number 1 spot after the two search losses for FaZe. Rokkr might be darn close to being our top search team when it's all said and done as we get ready to head into that major number 2. But Seattle Surge this season going to kind of go through just a breakdown of stage 1 to stage 2. And you talk about Pristini, but some other guys stepping up as well, Joe.
Yeah, I think the Krieg helps Octane out a lot. It just feels like a more natural AR. Gunless as well. But the key thing about Gunless, and if we do see Garrison later on, he's been sort of the one flex player of the second AR that pulls out a third 74U. When we've watched them win that Garrison control, he's pulled out that third submachine gun. So the guy can get aggressive. He can do it with any weapon. That's what makes him so special.
Yeah, and I know this doesn't always hold true, but I feel like for the most part in Call of Duty titles over the year, you get closer and closer to a 3-sub meta. The pace of the game picks up. People learn their spots better. It's just that the game gets faster and faster as people get better at it. And we'll see. That could be huge for them. If he's one of the better flexes with a sub in his hand, that could be massive for them as we get deeper into the year. But yeah, I think we all know the playmaking ability that Gunless has when he's in form.
Yeah, he can take over maps with any weapon in any mode, and he's a great communicator on top of that. We heard in their last series versus Optic when we went to the list, and it was him like, hey, let's slow down, let's make a team push. He's making sure that they are focused on what they need to do. They win that map 1. Now, can they beat Minnesota Rokkr in a search and destroy? We're headed to Express. Seattle 0-1. The Rokkr 1-1. See who comes out on top.
Yeah, it's been cool to see teams get reps on Apocalypse and Express and these new maps sort of added in. We've seen some teams that look a little clueless at times, just trying to kind of find their spots and how they want to play stuff. But, right to Pristini we go, and he is just flying on forward. A first blood, but not much of one, as the trade was there instantly. And then Surge, they do follow it up with a second. So they'll take this 3-2 edge. Bomb, though, in the hands of Rokkr and Attach. They've got the B site wide open. We'll see if they can clutch up in this 2 versus 3, Joe.
Just about the numbers game, but accuracy, he's going to even things out into the 2v2. Gunless just wants to play for info there. He wants to watch the cat push through, doesn't expect accuracy to hit those shots, and he does. So you're into a 2v2, and that changes things dramatically for Seattle Surge. 30 seconds on the bomb. Here comes the push. Octane, Looney, now towards that ticket booth. 7.5 to defuse. Semtex just to check if they're on that bomb.
Well, there's eyes on one. Bit of information. Accuracy is trying to play his life. Attach, though, going to get dropped. Looney finds the other kill, and what a retake. It is there in the 2v2 from Surge, and we've seen it at times. Well, I guess a lot of the ones we casted our last Gorillas match were like 1v2s, and they look so hard when you're trying to retake that site, but they make the 2v2 look rather easy. I have a question for you. Like, what I think anyone would say Rokkr, for the most part, is the better search team in this matchup. From your experience, is there like anything you can do to change things up when you're the underdog in search and destroy? How can you really catch your opponent off guard?
Well, I obviously, it's a lot of film. It's a lot of sort of what adjustments did they make that maybe we can really focus on. And I think for the Seattle Surge, they have good enough search players on their team. They know what is going wrong for them. It's just, I think the communication in those sort of small engagement scenarios that they have to be better at. And so far throughout this game, Maloney, with 3 kills, they're already up 1-0. They have a 4 versus 2. There's where that VOD work may come into play. Well,
Pristini's just like, I'm just going to sprint up the mid hallway, and I'm going to take the first gunfight I'm going to get. I mean, he's found the first blood in both rounds. That time, it's not traded. Attached now to a 1 versus 3. Not a ton of time to work with whatsoever. He's got to get going. Pristini's going to be the one working this side of the map, and Attach might get a freebie on him, so 10 on the timing of it. He will leak through. There's the first pick. 15 seconds to go. That's 7.5 to defuse. Nothing he can do. There's still 2 players around. Not going to be able to stick it.
Yeah, nothing to do. And kind of on top of that, what you said with Pristini finding 2 first bloods, one thing that may sort of throw off a good search team because they play so, around methodically
yeah.
is chaos, right? Just sort of random hits. And can they catch you? Or if you take those random hits, does Pristini win the one-on-one every single time? If he's not, then that obviously really hurts Seattle Surge and Rokkr. They're going to use their numbers advantage to win the round. But he's finding those opening picks.
Can we start with Pristini? I just want to see if he goes straight up the gut again. I mean, he's just sprinting up mid-map and taking the first fight on the opposite side. Okay, so a little bit different here. I thought maybe he'd mix it up because he did it on offense and defense. The difference this time is they'll head over towards B. Pretty heavy stack here, and Rokkr will be on the opposite side of the map. The guy watching kind of the push through in the flank will be Accuracy, playing so deep on that left side of the mini-map.
You saw Accuracy. He just throws a stun. All that is info, right? That's okay. There's pressure at B. Go A. You can probably put the trophy down. There's not going to be a lot of pressure over there. Because when you hit that stun, I mean, there just has to be multiple players. That's the only time the defense is really in that area. Yeah, Accuracy is all the way back, attached with the first blood, and gets away with his life. Seattle Surge, they tried to get into a spot when they rotated on over. They didn't want the bomb to go down. Now you're going to try and get aggressive if you're Surge. Try to stop that plant.
You catch somebody trying to get it down. Not going to happen. Priesta takes the one-on-one. Pristini gets dropped. Gunless there, though. Through for the trade. Now Gunless and Octane will try and pull off this 2v3. Standy now going to work to get the plant down. Going to make this round even more difficult for Surge, assuming they don't get an early pick.
All Octane up top. Maybe he's spotted attached, but not going to happen. Gunless is going all the way through. They're trying Mantle on top. They're going to give him anything. He does spot attachment, misses the jump, and now that's going to hurt his time. They're going to hear this. Accuracy, he's ready for it. Weakens him up. Standing inside. What is going on? They both lose 1v1s.
Okay, suddenly it's all going to be on Accuracy. 1v2. Gunless is on the bomb. Accuracy's got to get there. He gets the angle. To a 1v1. 10 seconds to go. Not enough time. Accuracy able to come up clutch when it feels like everything was unraveling for Rokkr. Yeah, I thought they were out of it. Then the round got flipped on its head.
Well, I don't know what Sandy's doing middle train. Accuracy's giving that call out. You got to react to that. I don't know. It just Mantle's in the window. It doesn't look at him. But there you can see the sort of advantage of getting the bomb down at it here. Even in the 1 versus 2 with the time, Accuracy, he just had to catch the right angle. Octane's watching over his teammate. He's hoping he picked the right one, but you have to check up top. You have to check little lockers, top train, low train. The time was on Accuracy's side. But, man, does that get close.
Yeah, I think you said it perfectly. What is going on here? Yeah. Well, we got a lot of presence here at B. Just right in a ticket booth goes one. Standy then there with the peek, able to take one down. Pristini, though, he went right into the booth. A team kill, though. Looney actually is going to get the headshot onto his teammate. makes things a little bit easier. The melee leads to the kill then for Standy, and suddenly poor Sam LaRue just marching down the train tracks. Good luck. Well, I thought he had a kill. He did not have a kill.
That could be what we call getting cambered at times. Maybe on an arcade screen, he's not really aiming at him, but I think he was ready for it.
Yeah, it looked like he's like looking the other direction than he is.
And I think this was the team kill. Standys does a great job finessing his life, and Looney's trying to help him. Looney just wants to put a bullet into him and not his teammate. So maybe Pristini can try and turn or at least keep him alive. But they line up. Rokkr, fight on back.
Yeah, just unfortunate in that regard. We'll be all even, 2-2. This is 2 in a row now for Rokkr. We've seen pretty good variety on offense and defense from both sides. Those like quick hits from Surge we haven't seen from Pristini the last couple of rounds. Gunless though again with the melee.
Well, that stun doesn't hit.
Making the play.
That stun over A-bomb doesn't hit on Gunless or Looney. And I think they're hoping it does because, again, it's just an information check. Is there any presence here? They're not ready for 2 players to be up top. Accuracy trying to make a play on the flank, but we're into a 2v4. That stun connects. It could be a totally different round.
Yeah, it's we don't talk a ton about like utility from a, I guess, tactical or lethal standpoint and respawns as much, but yeah, a misplaced one and a search can cost you a round.
Yeah, I mean, if that hits, they might just turn around. They might just go to B and maybe play a 4v4 sort of plant scenario. But they try to get up top in that control room, and Seattle Surge is already there. Attached left in a 1v4. Bomb is down in possibly the worst place it could be, and he's going to run into a Pristini.
Yeah, that unraveled quickly. But Surge, they kind of stopped the bleeding after losing back-to-back rounds. One more shot at Pristini there with the final kill. I know he wants to hit it again. I know he wants to hit it. 6-2 though from Pristini. And yeah, the one stat line where he hadn't really improved much, at least from stage 1 to stage 2, was the Surge. Pretty similar, but he's hitting it. He's hitting it. I knew he wanted to get back to it. It had been too long. The person on the other side will be Priesta. Priesta though, ready this time around. He's going to have to back down, and Priesta actually picks up Octane.
And that's what happens when they're ready for the aggression, right? Priesta just gets into a position with the Krig, and inside middle of the train, they're able to take down Gunless. So maybe makes a couple of adjustments, play more of like a default where they're pretty spread out, but because they win their initial gunfights, now they're in a 4 versus 2. They have the numbers.
They're probably thinking what I was. I knew he wanted to hit it.
Yeah, it was working, right?
Well, Pristini got out of harm's way the last time around, but Priesta, guess what? He's still there, just hanging out by the trash can. Lining them up. Big round from Priesta as they look to even this up at 3-3. Looney's got the bomb. That's one saving grace, but he's
I'll tell you what, if Looney
4.
was playing Blitz, this would be a score, but we aren't. We'll never do again.
For the 10% of our viewers that know what Blitz is. Well, he's found an opening. He's found an opening. You'd love to get that second kill. But Attach just gets away. Might have become a wee bit more interesting had he taken that. Can't hit the shots. Rokkr ultimately will close out the round.
I mean, he got all the way through, right? I mean, all the way through that A site. Standy was middle of the train. Yeah, he gets all the way behind them, but he just had so much work to do. Not a lot of time to do it, and had to put the bomb down.
Well, he played it as well as he could. I mean, the trigger discipline to wait till he thought he had 2 kind of freebies, but unfortunately just needed another bullet attach. The accuracy is going to be that stun check again. It doesn't connect, so that's going to keep him there for another second, it looked like. Okay, well, it looks like they're aware there is a presence there, probably from some utility coming out of Surge on the other side of the site, so they'll get back to this default A setup.
Yeah, and they haven't necessarily gone for the
No! Attach,
that is the back of your teammate's head.
You have a giant dome, young man.
And well, Pristini and Looney are here now, so they can kind of watch the cross to the bomb. I think at this point you're probably hoping maybe for accuracy to try to find something on the flank, but Looney's just kind of lurking.
Pristini just finessing his life. He's taking shots from 2 players, damage from a nade. Finally, the chow comes in, but Standy stands tall, gets the kill. Looney able to spot one top, but again, just needs another bullet there. 3v2 to Seattle, 40 seconds on the clock. Standy, a wild challenge after taking the damage, but can't quite do it. Surge locate all the kills. They'll take the 4-3 edge off the defuse.
Yeah, they just kind of like suffocate him, right? You had Looney sort of work up into a position. Pristini, I know he ends up getting taken down, but he was doing such a good job with Looney staying alive. You had Gunless in the middle of the tracks. They just gave them no opening, right? And as soon as you put that bomb down, the offense knows that the hit's going to be coming through sooner or later. So they try to get out, but the first blood from Standy onto his teammate really hurts the Rokkr.
Yeah, and then at the end, he thought he was Superman there. I don't know what.
What challenge did that? He's going for it.
Oh, yeah, he just went for it.
He's going for it. They always come back.
I mean, it works. Sometimes they might throw a nade or something. You catch him. I know I've been caught in that and pissed off, but not going to work out that time. All right, so a little bit more patient this time. I think it's going to be Gunless working with him instead of Octane. Well, Priesthood, though, he's ready for it. He puts a nade right on his toe, but there comes in the Chow. Gunless there with the help as Gunless takes him down. Do a 3 versus 3, and Pristini still kind of lurking.
Yeah, it's tough because what Looney's hoping, they get aggressive B. What Looney is hoping is that Pristini can hopefully get through because they want to pinch the players who are coming up the B staircase. So Looney hits low. He's hoping Pristini can get high, but the timing's off because Priest is there again, and Priesta doesn't overchallenge. If Priesta maybe overchallenges, Pristini, Looney, they collapse. They get that first blood. They have B control, but that doesn't happen. So we're into a 3v3.
Got kind of this wild 2v2 on the B site. Standy wins his one-on-one towards mid-tracks. Pristini gets one here. It's going to come down to the pistol. Back and forth Miguel. Little ring around the Rosie. Not going to be able to take it. Rokkr close it out. And Standy, I think, won the gunfight near mid-tracks and then was able to rotate over and help. But yeah, you had a pretty extended 2 versus 2 going down near the site.
Both players just trying to finesse accuracy. A great job. A big round. Gets that pick on Octane. Just buys enough time, as you said, for Standy to be able to rotate. But I know Priestley gets taken down, but him going into that position again really slows down the Seattle Surge push towards middle of the map. That's how Looney gets first blooded.
Well, I can see Pristini's right back to it through mid. They didn't have anyone watching over mid this time around, so he'll get right. It's kind of in a ticket booth, and it looks like a slow build-up for Rokkr for now.
And with Standy's position with bomb, this isn't going to be a fast A hit.
Sneaky.
Oh, they're ready for it. That's bomb. Look, Pristini's looking at that bomb down. They know it.
Oh, he got a good view of it. How do you play this now if you're Surge?
Well, I mean, they're just going to hold catwalk. It looks like that Pristini and Looney with 2 subs are just going to try and play around this. It looks like Octane maybe repositions. But they know that Minnesota Rokkr are going to try and switch up the routes. Looney able to catch accuracy.
They're actually playing more aggressive than I thought they were, considering.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, I thought they were going to back up at that point, maybe play around that bomb they knew they had down.
Pristini, though, gets the angle, gets the kill, gets the information where the final player is. Attach has been able to track back and grab it. But it's Octane, put some shots in, so they know he's been able to pick up this bomb. Now, what's the timing going to be like? Can he get off of this and win a fight?
Not a good
Looks like
one.
it's not going to happen. Attach will be hunted down, put down, 1 round away from a 2-0 edge. And look at the map Pristini's having right now.
A huge game for Pristini. And then that first blood on the Standy. Because Standy's in there with bomb, right? So what that is telling me is this is like a sort of, they're going to show some presence A and then try and wrap back from control as accuracy and Standy work the bomb. And maybe they get a first blood somewhere with someone getting aggressive. Standy's not thinking it's going to be 2, but Pristini checks that corner, gets the first blood, stays alive. Now 1 round away for Seattle Surge, going up 2-0 and double digits for Pristini, 10-5.
A monster map. 3 in a row now for him as well. See if they can seal the deal here. This would be huge because you kind of talked about the stat for the control when you go to raid, just how abysmal it's been for Surge. So You'd love to take a 2-0 edge headed into that, while Priest is just looking around like howdy doody, partners, and Gunless shoots him.
Yeah, just gets caught trying to find that info. You're in the 3v4 and they don't waste any time. Trophy down, bomb being planted. They have the man advantage. Everybody from Rokkr is backed on up. Standy wants to get to Looney before he can back to the locker rooms, but that's not going to happen. He puts the trophy down. It gets exploded right away. Shots are in. Pristini is there, though. Pristini, so confident, but maybe a little too overconfident.
That's all right. Looney's got his back. Attached, then he'll surge in. Trades on top of trades, down to a 2 versus 2. 20 seconds to go. Everybody grouped up around this A site. They come flying in. Looney just trying to stay up. Over the top he goes. Hits the shots. Now 1 versus 1. 11 seconds. Attaches on it. Octane reads the clock, gets the kill, and Surge go up 2-0. A massive win there to take control of this best of 5. But just a chaotic finish versus 2.
I mean, this is just what we mean. I mean, as good as a 2-3-5 team as Rokkr have been, there's going to be some teams, or you just have an off day in Surge.
Absolutely insane. Did you see the hard point that I just saw? The Search and Destroy match to follow? What a 2-0 lead to take it away. I told you, 3-0 clean sweep. I told you, if Preston is here, which he is, are you looking at what I'm looking at? Are you kidding? How did he end that 10-6? He had a 2 KD for half that game, and he showed up when you needed him to show up, right? That hard point, Looney. Let's talk about it real quick. I was scared, so scared for you, okay? You started that game 1-7, went 2-10. You ended up double negative. I'm not going to lie. It was a very worrisome game. I don't think everyone else had above 20 kills. I think you ended it with 13. I think you went 13-27. Not the proudest of KDs to have, but I got to give you a pat on the back regardless, because if anyone watching, that last hard point clutch from Looney, the cross, the hold, everything you did right there was so big brain play. You let Preston set up behind you. I know. It's just, we haven't... Octane on the flank. Oh, Looney, dude, hats off to you, because that was absolutely fantastic. You held that long enough for when you died, Octane swooped in and you guys clutched up and took the lead and you won that hardpoint game. And I'm giving you all the credit there, because yes, Preston's shot was fantastic. Octane, Gunless, you guys showed up at the end there and you guys made sure that your kills were there. But Looney, if you did not get that cross and hold that site, I genuinely think that Standy was not getting sat down and would have swooped in and stole that right from out of us. Okay, he would have taken that right out of our hands, but you said no and held that yourself while the rest of your team was able to rotate and get in position. Our rotations were impeccable, okay? Octane, when you rotated the garage, you were prone behind, I don't know, Lambo, whatever car that is, okay? When you were prone behind that and holding that and you got those first 2 entry, you were one shot, by the way, playing that car when you got up and you were head glitching that car and you just kept popping up and getting the damage in and you got those 2 kills and you allowed Preston to come in and get the rotation cleanup. That was beautiful. It was a work of art, okay? I don't know what you're doing, but you better hang that up, frame it, or sell that to the highest bidder, because that was absolutely a masterpiece. Going into the second game, Search and Destroy. Looney, once again, I say it every time, you had 2 kills in the first round. It's like at this point, you know you have to get the 2 entries or the 2 kills or set the tone for the entire search map. And you do every single time. Every single time you get the first 2 kills in the first match. And I love it. Okay. It's like Search and Destroy is your calling. And even when you don't show up kill wise, or you don't show up and your aim's not always the best, you're Einstein, you're Jimmy Neutron, the boy genius. You are everything I need you to be. The patience you had on that one round. You didn't get the 2-piece, but the 2-piece you went for was still so genius that I don't think I had trigger discipline like that, okay? I don't think if I saw those 2 people and I had that flank, I probably would have shot the moment both of them were in my sight. You had glimpses of both of them, and you aimed at them and just chose to not shoot and repositioned yourself to go whatever that little store was that just sits there. You flanked it to the right, got that first kill, snapped back, got a few shots. I think it was on attach. he ended up getting away from you, but still watching that happen and seeing the gears turn in your head while I'm sitting here watching the feed live is such a blessing and a privilege because you don't actually get to see brain power or plays thought out like that. So to see it slowed down and put into perspective for us live it's a very rare thing to see. You don't get to see plays like that. You don't. Watch the rest of the today. You won't see someone else do a play like that. Patience like that is a once in a day play, once in a lifetime, I want to say. You highlights, compilations, you would have seen that everywhere because it's just not something you do. Players like Looney aren't born every day. Players like Preston, when Preston shows up too, by the way, Preston, I'm buying you dinner because that was absolutely hot. I haven't seen anything like that in a while. You didn't show up last week, but you didn't show up. Was it Friday? No, it was Thursday. You didn't show up Thursday, but you showed up Saturday. All right. Clearly, weekends are your vibe because you are absolutely on point today. Octane Gunless, the trades were beautiful as well. You guys played your roles exactly how I needed you to, exactly how I anticipated it. Looney, Christini, the duo. Every time I hear you guys together, I always picture you guys together, and I love everything about it because you do live up to the expectations when you need to. And when you don't live up to it, the rest of the team just does not come through and carry the individual weight. You guys are a team. You play as a team, and everything about it is it's wonderful to see. I love it. I cannot look forward to better plays than when I see, Christini and Looney last alive. Awesome. How are they going to win this? I don't say how are they going to lose this. What are they going to do? It's how are they going to win this? Every single time I see you guys as the playmakers, it's like, this is easy. Why are we even here right now? Why am I casting this? Why am I sitting down waiting for the next game? Just give me the gold medal now, hanging on my neck, because you guys are absolutely the champions. We're all coming out of this with a W. You guys are just leading the way, doing exactly what you needed to. I cannot picture a better team chemistry than we had today. You do not make this stuff up. Coaches write this in playbooks. They pray for this. I'm sure Joey is having the biggest smile on his face right now, knowing that you guys just did this, because the 2-0 lead we have right now is almost as good as the first time I casted when you guys said the 3-0 clean sweep. That was everything is just, I love it. It's so amazing. You guys are, the shot calling, Looney. I don't know what you say. I don't know how you get in these guys' heads, but I almost wish that we could, like, one of those NFL plays where we could just mic you up the entire time. Not just the little listen-ins we get. I wish we had an entire compilation dedicated to you. Guys, remember, if you want to look as good as our players do, you can get our merch at shop.seattlesurge.gg for all your Seattle Surge merch, jerseys, hoodies, and more. I'm RLaw, and I'll see you guys at the end, and make sure you stay tuned for this clean 3-0, because that's what we got for you guys. And remember, drown them out.
Every morning when you wake up.
Every morning. I try to stretch more. I mean, we play a lot of COD, Maeve. Sitting's not great for you. Flexibility, definitely not my strong suit, but I'm trying to get better.
I'm really good at
something
sitting,
I want to get better at.
Really good at sitting.
Yeah. Hey, stretch out. Stretch out. There's some advice for the day.
Yeah. I used to be able to touch my toes. Now I can barely touch my knees, Joe.
That's not good, Maeve. You should probably work on that.
Probably should. But let's get into this map 3. As Surge, it is not been a good one for him, but Control in general, just not been one of the standout modes for them throughout the course of this year. Christini, though, hit it right up the gut. He's greeted by Priest as a combination of bullets and nades, but the trade there from Looney.
And how do they play this? You only have 2 on A. Gunless is going to take down Standy. Looney reads it. He knows where
poor Priest
is going to spawn. So they're just going to give up A and almost just sort of play for map control. And Looney is just lurking, already up to 3-0. Trying to be a thorn in their side.
That's got to be like one of the worst feelings as a player, I imagine. Like, you die to someone, and you spawn and die to that same player again. Like, right as you spawn.
Especially like the timings. Like, you look at a door, and then you look away, and then he comes through that door. It sucks. It really does.
No, yeah, COD timing breaks me more than probably anything in the world. Christini, though, nice position in the back as he's able to lock down 2, but the A point will be done. Now we'll see how Rokkr plan this attack towards B. Pretty even in the lives department, not a ton of separation there. And yeah, you always love when you're going to see plus 2 minutes to work with. We'll see if they try to slowly bleed him out. But Standy, he's in behind enemy lines, just looking for the hunt, pouncing off through the window. Greets one, attach wins one inside a kitchen. Gunless, though, up to the task, taking down 2. The third, we'll see you later. Accuracy gets dropped as well. Lovely play from Gunless after 2 teammates fall.
Well, he just spawned up there. I mean, he's just in court. He spawns up. You know, I thought they were in trouble.
Welcome to the battle.
Yeah, I thought they were in trouble because Octane was so far pushed up garage. He wasn't playing top bedroom, so he didn't really have that crossfire set up, you know, to help them through money. So that doesn't happen, but Gunless spawns up. Now Octane, they're going to try and push through the front. He shuts that down.
And now he is just posted up. Trophy to work with, and they know their position, so they're going to try and funnel it through the other side. They're going to take the battle over towards ring in mid-map. Looney able to get away with his life, but I think that's going to be Standy that continues to try and hunt them down, but through the water goes Octane.
It's just a great play from Pristini. Just stays alive. We've talked about that, how important it is in this game. Just wastes so much time, and he actually comes off of being weak and is able to take down one player off with spawn. And yeah, you talked about 2 minutes, but they have had no room to work with, not even a tick given at the B site. This is beautiful from Seattle Surge, but we've seen it a lot. All it takes is 1, 3, or 4 down in a quick little stack, but not a lot of time to work with. This is going to be one of the final pushes.
Yeah, that 3 or 4 down needs to happen right now. It's got to happen. Will Standy be the entry guy? Because you've got the position you want if you're Surge. That time he could not have been great. Looney was just watching the spawn. I think Accuracy spawned up behind him. Is this going to be the opening? Accuracy able to take down 2. A chance to have 3 down. There's 3, maybe 4. Pristini just keeps on battling. I thought Pristini was done for sure, but he just stands tall in the back, wins a fight, time runs out, and Surge get the round victory, despite the fact he gets Mixy in the final seconds.
Yeah, I mean, how many times has it been around that player inside a Tiki Bar? Just some machine gun player staying alive, finessing, winning a key one-on-one. He's able to do that to close that round out, but there was that Gunless 3-piece to stop the first big push for Rokkr in a push where they had numbers. They did have numbers and a chance to get out to the zone.
Oh,
but he shuts that down.
That play ends up, I mean, it milks a minute off the clock before they can get going. Absolutely. Surge got to be feeling good. Up 2-0. They take the first round. Surge, a different beast here in stage 2. Let's kick it right to an Astro listening. The Seattle Surge.
Tiki, back Tiki.
Here.
You want to get back to here? We want to be here.
We should
wait for Pierce.
Try to get kills here and wait. Give me a sec.
He's white. Back Tiki. Back Tiki. Back Tiki.
Back Tiki. Might have a kill. Give me a sec.
Nothing bottom back.
Back Tiki. Back Tiki. Half ult. Tiki. Right side of Tiki. Open. It's gonna be cut out probably. Premier cut out. Going on that guy middle. Court, Preston, I hit him once. Alright, just go towards that. Go towards that.
Zig 100%. Double Zig 100%.
We can take you one more. Bottom standing.
Left side pillars, Danny.
Driveway, dead. One's a TK. Yeah, middle Omar. Dead, got him. Got one over by B.
Standing behind us.
One up B. Preston. Preston's over by B, probably in TK.
He's money.
Dead, got him.
I'm hopping A with you.
I needed it. You guys just
I'm going for Pierce.
You went enter? I got kills. I'm just going kills.
One shot. Top 100.
Can you guys get to me? Yeah. Hold on. We're coming in. We gotta go.
Pillars one shot. Pillars one shot.
I'm just holding it now. I'm only waiting for you guys. They're gonna bait and switch me up B. I hear you.
I'm coming.
Could be push it. Basketball weak. Another one here.
Gunless now on 5 in a row. And Joe, I'll tell you one thing that kind of stood out to me in the listening. Like, you hear Looney and I think like once Pristini, like kind of that desperation, like really kind of shouting call outs and passion there. And then Gunless and Octane are just like, hey, I don't know. It's like they're sitting by the pool. Like, just,
well, yeah, I mean, Gunless is just very like, hey, I'm here. Can you get to me? I mean, he makes a great play where like he wins a one-on-one. A lot of the focus for Rokkr is sort of, do we go to B, a deal with him? Do we go to A? Attach gets 2 kills. And sort of shuts down the A push for Surge. But Gunless has been alive this whole time. He's on a 6 spree. He's able to get the artillery. Cannot find that cruise missile, but at least gets the streak. And there was so much attention on him that at least opens up ring. Maybe they can get the A zone complete, but attach.
Final point. You've got just over a minute. You brought it back a bit in the lives department. They went down like 5 early, but still a deficit there. They're going to need some huge hero play, and I feel like it's got to be Gunless the way he's been playing in this control.
Well, and I wonder if this is maybe where if you can try and use that streak to go up 2-0, that would be massive.
Just funnel them in somewhere by B.
You don't, obviously you don't want to waste it in case, there's a defensive round where you need a streak to sort of retake a position. But maybe if you can go up 2-0, we'll see what happens. 10-2 now, or 10-12. Make that 11. Octane and Pristini, they're able to fight through kitchen. And gets all the way through towards back court. He may get taken down.
He's just on an island. Yeah, I mean, everybody gets dropped. He's got a trophy to cover him. That's going to be about it. Attach wins the fight with the AK-74U from the top steps. Now just over 10 seconds to work with. You need some insane opening here. Looks like they're going to hold on to the streak. Pristini's trying to get into kitchen, but there's two players holding it. They get onto the point for a second. They're able to stop the clock with 2 seconds remaining. 2 drop, though, from either side. Octane still on the point. Octane once again on an island. There's the final kill. That'll close out the round. And Rokkr, they get it done on defense. Just not a ton of time to work with on Surge. And Rokkr just a good job, I guess, making that first capture take so long.
Well, that was when you had that split push when we were in the listening, and Gunless is at B. I think it was Attached who took down both Looney and Pristini with a 2-piece. They were hoping to get A, and Gunless draws them to the B zone. You sort of heard, well, crap, we got to go to Gunless. Like, we kind of have to go to B. I think that was from Pristini. But, yeah, great job. As you said, they only had a minute. You still have that streak, though. Yeah, a massive tool for Gunless to maybe retake a zone or, help them win a defense.
And Octane, he's just 6-8 right now. It felt like a couple of times like he's in a good spot to really do some damage there, but just all of his teammates kind of die when he gets to a decent position. We'll see if maybe his fortune changes a little bit as we get deeper into this map 3, but you've already got nearly 2 ticks of progress done. It looks like you're going to have a ton of time here for Rokkr yet again. The pinch comes in from Attach. Headshots across the board. Is everybody hitting? 5 in a row for Attach, 4 in a row out for Standy. We'll see if somebody can maybe earn a streak to match the artillery you already have in the back pocket of Gunless.
Well, this is the second round in a row where they've sort of just given this up.
Jeez.
The only difference is you had more lives sort of taken away by Looney and Pristini sort of lurking through art, just doing a good job. Just picking them apart. You do have map control again.
Pristini got the second one. He's laid down behind the wheelbarrow.
But they say, you know what? They couldn't break us last time. Let's do it again. Let's force them to beat us on this B defense.
I mean, to be fair, really, there were only 2 moments that got interesting with 2 seconds on the clock and the one with the incredible play from Gunless. And once again, they've got massive
bad timing.
Presence towards apartment. Even though he drops, Octane, you've got Gunless here to follow it up. Okay, so that's the first step done. You won on the backside as well. Standy got in. You've got kitchen control. This is huge here for Rokkr. A chance to do some damage on the objective.
Yeah, this is where you might use the streak if you're Gunless. But you only have 1 on it. They only have 1 on it. And he's calling it in, but Gunless gets a kill. He calls it in, and now they just sort of wait for it. They wait for it in Tiki. They wait for it in money. You still have a lot of position at B. Priest just staying alive as he's on a 2 spree. Attaches as well. And well, Gunless and Octane with those Krigs, they retake the zone.
Yeah, I thought that one was done first just looking at the mini-map, but Gunless and Octane goes huge. I think Looney took a long route all the way up through mid, so he gets over to apartment side. Just kind of had to have faith in his teammates to pick up the kills, and they do just that. And you can see accuracy is just a little nervous, like wondering if somebody's lurking here. Good luck with that gunfight, as Octane puts him right back down on that bed. Dash and Standy, big kills inside of kitchen, but Looney and Octane still controlling this other side of the map. They're not allowing for that 2-pronged approach.
Well, now they are. You're hoping Octane can watch that push out with the Krig. Looney, he doesn't have an AR. So he's just trying to stay alive, but Pristini, his hero, helps him out. He's challenging with Gunless on the 3rd. They've done an excellent job. Minnesota, they've had a couple of chances with great map control inside of kitchen. It's just 1 or 2 plays, right? Just all of them dying at the same time. It was Octane and Gunless. This time it's Pristini with a multi-kill to slow it down. Now down to 15 seconds. Pretty even in lives, but the time is the issue. And the Rokkr have to go. They have to try to fly out a money window. The trophies are down, but the ARs are ready.
I was less a fly and more just a little hop, skip, and
I thought he was going to fly. It's usually what we see.
Oh, no. That nade almost on your own forehead, but they're capturing the point. Nearly done with the second bit. 3.6 seconds to go. 3 are going to drop. Could this be the moment? Rokkr, get it done. The last player's caught. The team shot on point. Everybody off spawn for Surge and Rokkr in the final moments. Close out that third round to take the edge. And just as you were saying, kind of Surge have clutched up and avoided those big moments and misplays. They collapse at the end. It's Rokkr to get the final laugh in that round.
Well, and what do? They don't slide out of money. They don't go cut out. The 2 submachine gun players, they go all the way through basketball. They get behind Tiki. And when have we seen clutch moments on that B zone? It's usually a 74U player inside of Tiki finessing. This time it was 2. They take down the Rokkr players. They're able to stay alive. It's Standy up to 20 kills now, leading the way with Rokkr, but they break that defense. You give them 2.5 minutes, both offenses. Sooner or later, they're going to try and get through. They don't have a streak to retake it. They're able to win an offense.
Yeah, this is much better from Standy, too, because I think the last time we watched him play this, he had like 40 or 41 deaths or something. And, that'll happen sometimes playing that position, but in a mode like Control, where lives are so important, having 10 more than every single teammate can hurt. So it seems like he's finding a little bit more success. Maybe the pacing with his teammates a little bit more on point.
Yeah, they won. It's fine. It's whatever.
That's true.
They won the map.
That's true.
That's
true.
And I think
I just
going up
remember that was
against,
like one thing that stood out.
They go all the way to round 5. Those are pretty long rounds. I mean, what everybody is around 30 deaths, but you're not wrong. You don't want to have that big of a disparity, but they won the map. It's all good.
It's all good when the dubs are coming through.
That's right.
A nice job by Gunless. Picking up that long route. And they'll have a ton more time to work with this time. What was it, like 1:10 last time, around 2 minutes to use this time around. Good luck, Standy, as you're getting pinched from every side. But on the other side of the map, Rokkr have pushed up towards apartment. You got one in mid-courtyard. I think that's accuracy that's got the angle. You'll find him more often than not playing from that position with the Krig.
How does Surge want to play this? We even heard in their last matchup against Optic, they wanted to wait for each other. Let's take map control, one fight at a time. Or Gunless in that listening, in sort of the in-game leader, the calming voice of, we got time, let's do this, but 50 seconds off the clock, and they don't even have kitchen control quite yet. They're just peeking one by one. They're just peeking. Gunless is finally there to respond with a Krig of his own. Octane gonna slide on through. Pristini, Looney, gonna spawn up, try to hit the middle of the map. Here comes the pinch. It could have worked out really well. It's still
mantle.
No,
that mantle's not fun. You never want to mantle when you don't mean
sideways.
To mantle.
No.
It's followed up with 3 kills there from Surge. They'll follow it up. They'll get right onto the point. Priesta, they're going big to take down 2, but it's moving. You've got 2 people on the point. Priesta's trying to get involved in the action. Attach finds the opener. One more inside of Tiki, though, is Octane, and by the way he was playing it, it's like he wasn't aware he was there. He was like, run away from it. I think he shot him in the back, so Attach will fall. Octane, the one-man island, now gets the teammates involved. They're here to help support him. Pristinius laying prone, lying in wait, pounces like a tiger. Standy threw on the trade, but now back to Octane's POV. The beams look good, but not good enough. Priesta wins it. Standy, a lovely double from him, and there's the clear with 20 seconds left. Rokkr can win it here.
And that's a huge play from Standy, because Standy was thinking about going on the full flank, but they pull him back. They want to trade through the middle of the stairs, and he stays alive. 31 kills, ends the game on a 4 spree. The last chance, the Minnesota Rokkr, they are going to stay alive in the series. In Seattle Surge, we talked about it, sort of the question mark play in this map. Now 0-5 on Control Raid. Going to have to find something else that works.
Yeah, but it's like you just don't have a lot of options. Like, with something like a Search or a Hardpoint, where you've got a lot more, I don't know, map combinations. Like, it's tough when you have a glaring weakness, as it seems to be on that particular map. But Rokkr, they will take it. I think we had our match score wrong there, unless I saw it out of the corner of my eye. But Oh, no, that was correct. What am I saying? They're up 2-0. I thought it was 2-1 Rokkr for a second. So Rokkr, they get back into it. Now, thinking about the Garrison, Joe, first time we'll see it from Surge, and 0-3, was it, from Rokkr?
Yeah, 0-3, but we haven't seen it with the new roster. The only hardpoint maps we've seen with Standy has been Raid and Checkmate, where they're, 1-3 now. Their only hardpoint win is against Optic. They lost 2 against Dallas. They lost this map 1 here. So, we talk about making those map adjustments. Maybe they found out in scrims with Standy, they can play it. Maybe it's one of their go-tos now. We'll have to wait. Well, they need to find a go-to is really what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely. But some massive damage there from Bristini. 6,200 out of him, and Standy on the other side of it drops a bomb as well. Huge map there from Standy. They stay alive in the series. Implications all over the place for these groups. It is just absolute insanity. It's bananas right now in the CDL. Hope you're enjoying the show, but we continue on after this break.
The Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We're going to take a look at the Seattle Surge and their overall KD. We've been kind of talking about it throughout this matchup, just the improvements that they've seen and just a lot of teams stepping it up, making it so competitive, and part of the reason why we have some of the more insane groups we've seen in the history of Call of Duty esports.
Yeah, they continually get a little better. They're getting better time in time again. It just feels like there is that that confidence between themselves. But control still needs a little work. They're gonna have to try and figure something out because the only time they found success has been on Garrison. Teams are gonna do their research. Heck, if you and I can figure it out, Maeve, they absolutely can. They're just gonna veto that Garrison away. So 0-5 now on Raid. Listen, I know that it might be a map they're a little bit more comfortable on, but I feel like you just have to throw Checkmate in a couple of times to at least see if there's something you can do.
Right.
You gotta try, right? I mean,
Yeah.
sheesh.
Well, you know, we just showed the improvements from them. I'm just curious from your POV, when you decide to stick it out with a team like this, who's, you know, not playing well, obviously early. What do you think is the biggest thing that changes, like, to help find success?
Well, I think a meta change can be one thing. I just think maybe they, you know, had to make some just small adjustments. Pristini playing at this level absolutely helps. I mean, there's a lot of little things. I think, again, at the end of the stage one, you saw that they were getting better. And maybe they're noticing that in scrims. Maybe they were one of the teams that were performing better in scrims and not really bringing that to matches because of little things. And they fixed that, and now they're competing with the best.
They're one map away from closing this one out. Pristini is going to be a very difficult gunfight. Attach able to take him down. Priesta, lovely headshots there on the Looney in top green. And Rokkr, well, they're just finding all the kills because Priesta is just ripping heads off.
Yeah, I'm actually curious if, like, he was doing it in control. I wonder if Gunless pulls out a third sub, but not so far. As he spawns up, nice shots. Attach, though, trying to control top green as we're going to rotate to our second hill pretty soon. He's just trying to win a gunfight. That's big on the Gunless, so he's going to get to that position. His teammates are going to push up middle of the map. You still have the back spawns if you're Surge. Is the last one you're going to spawn there? No. Pristini spawns all the way out. Attach again, staying alive, winning 1v1 after 1v1. Now Standy getting aggressive, getting the help from Attach, who's up to 4-0.
Yeah, Attach is making the plays, that's for sure. New hardpoint pops, and now he'll enjoy some uncontested time inside of the hardpoint as Rokkr look to bust open a sizable lead here. If they can continue to get this control. They've been able to lock down mid-map. Priesta and Standy combining to make sure there's no push through there. Priesta continues on his tear. You've got 4 in a row for Attach, 3 in a row for Standy, 3 in a row for Priesta, as Surge are just getting picked apart in their first official hardpoint garrison.
Yeah, they are. And again, for Minnesota Rokkr, the first time they're playing it with this roster. Standy up to 5. You said Attach on 4. I would love to see if they can earn some streaks. Trying to open this thing wide open. Priesta through the middle of the map. Pristini's going to hit that scrap time. Can Attach stay alive. He's going to have some pressure, but on the other side, it's 2v2. The 2v2 is Priesta's waiting for Standy. Looks like Surge might be able to hold on. Get some of this scrap, but they're just trying to rotate over to third hill.
What do you do? So I think a lot of times, Joe, when we talk about a player working towards streaks, it's kind of, you know, one player that's getting close, and you can kind of let him play his life, and maybe you change up the roles a little bit during that sequence. But when you have like 3 players like that are all like on 5 streaks, like what do you do? Do you just play normally and hope somebody goes off?
I mean, if one's a little bit closer, you're probably playing around that player. But yeah, there's nothing you can really do if you're all frying. That's just it. You have to play normally. But a huge hill for Seattle Surge to try and get back in this game. Pressure though through the front, and they at least get them off of it. So it's a good job by Minnesota Rokkr to keep that lead. And Standy.
Hitting his shots, movement on point. The break through the front. Gonna lead to the final 20 or so seconds there. Accuracy, I think, thought he got away with his life, but the wallbang comes through as the headshot hits for Gunless. Attach, who's only died twice in 3 minutes of gameplay. He's just lurking. And the lurk's paying off. Octane, you see how much it slows him down. Just try to reposition, find another angle. Attach is still here, still finding kills, nearly able to snap onto Octane up top as well, but Standy again through with the trade. The trade's so on point for Rokkr through the opening of this game. Is when you talk about the slaying margin right now, it's what? I mean, I know it's early, but you're already plus 10 to 12.
Yeah, they do a good job there. You can see on this fourth hill how you can just lock players in the back. And what a lot of teams try to do is push through sort of caution and in through vent room to get some catwalk control. When you have catwalk, that's when you can get an angle on the hill that opens up, you know, sort of under the floating tank where you can push on through. I think it was Gunless who did a great job staying alive. Allows his teammates to come off spawn. So, again, getting that scrap time, but they're sort of in this situation where every single time now they have to try and break a setup. But Surge off the rotation. Get early on the hill, but the nade right on Octane's feet, you know, blow him up. And then Priesta spawns behind them. They're basically getting pinched right now as accuracy gets through.
Looney, though, at least able to take out one.
He didn't care about that nade at all. Not
He's got
even
flat
remotely.
gun. He's like, whatever, I got
just,
this.
I will eat this thing, sprint through it and take the fight. Looney gets another as well, as we're on our final hard point here of the rotation. 5 in a row now for Looney. But I'm curious, Joe, we keep mentioning that it's Surge's first official match, but for maybe like the new viewer, like how much does that even matter? Like they're scrimming it a lot. It's not on a main stage live event on a Sunday. Like, does it matter that much?
I mean, if it's their first time, I would think so. If they haven't played it all, that means they obviously have weaknesses on it in scrims. I mean, it's their go-to veto. They don't like something about it, or sometimes I've been on teams where a map just straight up doesn't work. The play style, whatever it may be, they would much rather play hardpoint on something else. So I think it does matter. Yes, they're scrimming it every day, but they obviously have something that
Yeah, I
doesn't
just
work
think
with
sometimes we say that, and it's like people might think like, oh, they just don't play it. Well, no, they're playing it a lot, but that's a good,
but
that's a
the
good point,
data
though.
in scrims is saying this is not good for us.
Yeah, exactly. No, lovely answer, Joe. The 20 points now separate the squads. Looney and Pristini take down 3 on the side of Rokkr, so alleviates some of the pressure as they all spawn out deep. There's the final kill through. As they all spawn out left and one. It's a bit of a split spawn. You've got, what, 2 left, 2 right for Rokkr.
And I'll tell you what, ever since we came off that third hill, 4 or 5 and now back to number 1, it has been all Seattle Surge. They have done a great job. They have earned a ton of time. They had 40 seconds at the end of the third hill, which is one of our sort of money hills on Garrison, and they've earned up to 80, 90 points on the next 3, where Seattle Minnesota hasn't really gotten anything going.
Well, yeah, I think, you saw the subs really hot for Rokkr early, but then Looney started going off. He went, 7 in a row, and you think about his nightmare start to kick off that map 1. He's 18-11, calling in streaks. They'll all be funneled there inside of bricks. And now you can just get the angles if you're Surge, just lock this down, but it's an opening nade from Priesta, lovely shots from accuracy, and they just fly on forward. So on the back of the streak, it's just all kills for Rokkr.
Yeah, it's obviously tough. It's going to be easy to critique because he's on the hill, the streak doesn't connect, and just always a question of, is there a better time for it? Well, obviously what he's trying to do is he knows that his team is pushing from the front. They're pushing from top green. He's hoping that his teammates from top green can give him enough support and get into a stronger position to where they can lock that hill down. But that doesn't happen. Rokkr with a break. Nobody dies to the artillery. Now with a 20-point lead. Rokkr in a position where they got to break this third hill.
That looks so funny from Standy's POV. He looks at the trophy. He's like, should I take this out now? There's probably somebody here. Then Looney just peeks around as he's admiring his trophy and shuts it down, but Standy gets a little bit of revenge. Hopping in from underground. The tie game, 158.
Too easy.
Just can't happen that easy.
Can't happen that easy. I mean, just right through the front. That's 4 dead. They flip the spawns. You don't even get a second spawn attempt if you're Surge like we saw the first time through. They all go down. The trades weren't there. The Rokkr now with 2 big breaks. You talk about the streak, what we just saw, and then this one, where they have this lead. Should hang on to this hill. Give them a 40-point lead for the rest of the, in this game.
Can they win a hard point? Because they haven't won many, but how massive it would be for their future if they find a hard point they really like with Standy in the mix. Yeah, really kind of a tale of 2 halves, maybe thirds now is Rokkr. Starting to soar forward yet again. And we saw Tash from this position be so annoying earlier. Now it's Looney's turn. Just try and make plays, but as he jumps up to say hello, it's accuracy that shoots him in the back. The point, though, goes Octane.
Yeah, this is, though, where Surge really turned the first set of rotations around. They did a great job breaking it. And then,
literally just spun in a circle.
And then on the last hill, as they continue to get time, they're about to tie the game up. Gunless up top, Catwalk. Priesta, though, with the shots, 24 and 18 for Priesta. With that, Craig has been much improved in that flex position.
Here, and the pinch is going to work out. 3 players going to drop. Just too easy for Rokkr. They collapse from both sides. Surge can't deal with it. and quickly into the hard point go Rokkr.
Well, that was a really good job. Accuracy and Standy spawn out, yeah, but it was what Attach and Priesta, when they spawned up earlier in that hill and they get sort of the middle of the map spawn, they take their time. They don't really give Seattle Surge the information that they're there. I think Surge know that at least one is on that side of the map just due to the spawns, but maybe not ready for the second. And then that pinch, as you said, they're able to put it together. Now they're controlling middle of the map. They're getting a lot of that time.
So you're saying just good patience, making sure it's not staggered and being a little bit sneaky.
Yeah, I think maybe you're in a situation where if you're spawning towards the middle of the map, your teammates are stuck in the middle, all the way in the back left part of the map. You're thinking, I got to get them out. I got to help them. But they just sort of wait. They wait to see what happens.
Christini once again tries the underground route. Not going to work out. 4 in a row for accuracy, 4 in a row for attach. Now 15 seconds needed for Rokkr to push this to a 5th and final map. Looney, though, who's been great in this map, doesn't want it to end here, but attach now out to 5 in a row. One more tick. There it is. Rokkr go back to back. They take the control. They win a hard point, which is quite rare.
Yeah, a little rare.
They keep Rokkr alive in this series, and whether you're a Optic fan, Surge fan, Rokkr fan, the heartbeat, heart rate, the stress levels just continue to build.
In Seattle Surge, I mean, as you said, they played this well. They fought back into it, but there's 3 hills here. You have the 3rd hill 2 times. You have the 2nd one where you called that artillery in. I mean, those are massive swings if they're able to lock those down, earn some more time, because it's still a pretty close game, right? They only lose by 50, 60 points. Man, if you're able to lock those down a little bit more, maybe that turns into a map win, a series win. But Rokkr, they stay alive. We head to a map 5. And maybe when we talked about this is the first time Surge playing it, you're going to see the stats. Gunless and Octane didn't really have a great map 4. So maybe that's why you're looking at this is why we don't play it.
Yeah, no, you could be absolutely right. You talked about what Priesta and his improvements in swapping. 29 and 20 leads all players from a kill standpoint, leads all players from a damage standpoint. Solid minute the hard point as well. He was doing it all.
Yeah, he really was. A great game for him. I know Rokkr fans will be very excited to see that. They want to see Priesta continue to be a superstar in that flex role. We keep talking about it. We keep hitting it. He needs to be that guy. It looks like he's getting a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, and they showed that second hard point there, and I think you had, 20, 25 seconds earned if you're Surge, and the attached play and rotation the first time, the streak the second time through, they couldn't get any time on the second hard point, but we're going the distance. Everybody loves the map 5, maybe not as much right now because everybody is stressed, waiting to see the outcomes heading into our second major. 1 search and destroy to decide our victor. Up after the break.
Son finds himself another one.
Christini looking dangerous.
He's just ripping the entirety of the gorillas. Wow.
Aggressive is always Diamond Con. Head rip off.
Looking to find a few more gunners. Absolutely rips his way through the 3 of them. 249. Seattle won.
Seattle squad is going to be really dangerous.
Seattle's inside. 249. Seattle.
Make some noise for the Seattle Surge!
This is just absurd when you think about the fact that like Rokkr can still get like first or sixth, Optic can get first or sixth. Like I just don't know a time where we've had like crazier groups, and it's just I don't know, to this format. Like I like it, I guess, as like a big fan of the NFL, like having in a way like fewer matches, more pressure on each match. But like how much pressure is actually on these last couple of days, and every match is it's wild.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you want. If you're a fan of the CDL, this is it. This is as close as it gets. Obviously, you're not. If you're a fan of one of these teams, you're freaking out. You're freaking out a little bit. But yeah, there is a lot to it. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to see the way this plays out. And here we go. It was Seattle Surge early on in this series, really taking over. But Minnesota, they fight on back. And sort of those two game modes we kind of just thought could be interesting for Seattle Surge. Now we're headed to a map 5, Miami S&D, where both of these teams are 1 and 2.
This would be for Rokkr's first reverse sweep of the season, and yeah, I think that's exactly how I worded it before the map 3. It's like, yeah, this is in the best of 5 where we thought it got interesting, and yeah, it sure as hell did. But that's how the game 2 broke down. Just a great map from Pristini. He started off so well. I mean, the game 1, game 2, he was just lights out, dominating both those opening maps. But now you can kind of throw away everything we've seen to this point, throw away maps 1 through 4, because it all comes down to one search and destroy, as all these results and theories and spreadsheets that I've seen, light them on fire. It's going down.
Yeah, not really a theory, there's results. Yeah, no matter what, there's going to be something happens. Something definitely happens. But yeah, I mean, Pristini, obviously a big game too, but it's expressed. Miami's a lot different. I mean, you can sort of play that SMG role inside a hotel lobby, but it's much easier to avoid that player if the Minnesota Rokkr want to. They can play around that outer bomb site, around the beach, use their ARs. Priest just had a really solid map. We'll see what adjustments both teams make, but Miami, I just love that. You can sort of work both bomb sets. You can make a lot of adjustments on both sides.
Well, what did you see, maybe yesterday when you were talking about Gorilla's first phase, where they kind of slowed down the pace quite a bit, were playing for those picks?
Yeah, they were. I mean, they just, it was one of those things where the Gorillas, I think you're playing a lot around Apathy and his aggression, but Silly is the one who really took over in those search and destroys, and that's exactly what you want to see. So maybe now for Surge, it was Pristini in map 2. This is maybe the map where you look at Octane and Gunless.
Yeah, well, I wonder, because, you saw what our best search and destroy team yesterday lose here. You got to think, if you're maybe Surge, you're going up against what you might say is the number 2 search team. Maybe some things to take note of, but Pristini, he's going to hit it. And they all do as they come surging on through. They got 2 players kind of in top purple. I can warp the collapse, but Pristini gets all the way.
Just take their side.
And he's just laying down there. Are they going to be ready for this? Accuracy. Oh, well, yep. I see your head, sir. Not quite enough cover there. Nice stun as well. Accuracy, lighten it up. That's 2 in a row to start it off. Teammate comes through with the help, and very quickly, Looney, my man, all by your lonesome.
They're actually not on it. There's nobody on it. They're all playing for the kill. They're all playing for the kill, but he doesn't know that, right? He has no idea. He's thinking, I have to go check this bomb. But I like that from Seattle Surge. We really haven't seen that. They get aggressive up top piano. Minnesota Rokkr, they send 2 players up there. The back alley's wide open. If Pristini gets that first kill, Octane can rotate back. We've seen what Kriegs can do at that back dumpster, how difficult it is to take them down, and the bomb is planted for that side. But he had to have seen it before this, right? Sort of when accuracy's rotating on over. I think he gets caught. He's just able to spot him for a second, and then that's done. Yeah, if Octane, listen, if Pristini gets that kill, Octane gets that spot, I don't know if Rokkr win it. So a huge round on accuracy.
When I first saw Pristini go prone there, I'm like, oh, he is going to catch somebody off guard. But that is not what happened at all. Yeah, accuracy, quite ready for it. Makes the play and opens everything up, as you said. So Rokkr will strike first. Now swap over to offense and look to be favoring that A side. He said number 1 on the minimap. That's going to be Octane. One of the best ARs in the game. He's going to have his work cut out for him here.
He's one more, I think. One more. A couple of those through. We're going to be a wall bang, but not able to take down Priest or Accuracy, so they're going to stay alive, but not going to reposition, but he's already wasted 30 seconds off the clock, so Shadow Surge is going to have to go soon. You did have Pristini who rotated on over to help him out.
I was going to say, it's huge. He just doesn't die here, but he didn't really get shot at. He was just putting damage into everybody, and then he ultimately gets the first blood. Priesta just, saying hello.
Hi.
Nice headshots there onto Octane. Brings us back to a 3 versus 3. Who's got the angle through mid-map? That's going to be Pristini. Can't finish it. Will the nade close it out? It does. The nade able to connect, attach there on the trade to a 2v2 with just under 30 seconds to work with. Let's see where they opt to take this bomb. They know they got the kill on Octane. The guy watching the mid-cross, they're going to take this straight over to A. The collapse coming through at the same time. This first gunfight going to be so big. You get some information. If you're Priest, that you're just able to get away. The pre-fire on point. Maybe he hits his teammate as well. And Attach just able to get across towards the site. Looney in a tough spot again. Can't stop the plant. 1 versus 2. Attach is just going to wide peek across.
Patience.
Gives him a patience. I thought he had it. Thought he had it, but Priesta, not only did he have the big opener on the Octane, but he wins the 1v1 there.
Wow. I mean, Looney would love to get that kill on Attach, who's planting that bomb, but even a couple of times when he shoots and just slows it down, he knows the rechallenges are going to come in and come through, but Priesta with a huge round. It was Accuracy in round 1, Priesta in round 2, and like you said, yeah, with Accuracy getting taken down, they had to find Octane. They had to get him out of that power spot, and he found the lurk and the route to take him down.
He just snuck up there and took poor Sam's head off. They go right back towards B. Looks like it's a bit more aggressive from Rokkr this time around, because they're not both playing from top purple. Pristini is trying to hold, see if maybe he can get a freebie. Look at number 8 and Priesta too. He's pushed up pretty deep on the A side of it as well. If they opt to wrap back, he might be set up for success. Well, Accuracy quickly reminding Pristini he should head elsewhere. Wait, Pristini has killed him from the outer boat?
No, Priesta did.
Sorry, Priesta.
Yeah. I don't know what that angle was, but yeah, right here, he's able to find him as he was backing on up.
Can't even see that far.
I don't know, but Accuracy hits his bullets, hits him down to 50. A couple come in from Priesta. And that just slows that push down. I mean, that first blood it's everything. Now you got, 20 seconds?
The push. Yeah, it slows it down, just puts it to a standstill.
Yeah.
Octane's got people on every which way. Slides away from one, slides into another, then gets shot in the back. Gunless, he'll get put down as well. Rokkr clean so far in the search and destroy, up 3-0.
And it's just solid defense so far from Minnesota Rokkr. And I mean, that round two hurts if you are Seattle Surge, because you get the opener, you get the first blood, and you just lose it. They lose it, and Rokkr clutch on up, and now you're up 3-0, and you're hoping you can at least get back on the board here with a strong defense. You do not want to go down 4-0. Priesta has yet to die up to 4-0. Yeah, I mean, he was hot in map 4. He keeps up in map 5.
Certainly does. You just got to get around here for your Surge. Just something to feel good about and get rolling. Get some timings and instincts, anything going your way. It has just not really been all that close.
Might have something here. Looney's getting aggressive as he's lurking on up. There is Priesta. Has a good idea. He's kind of just he's not even looking over the middle of the map. He's just watching this pinch. I don't know what he's all going to be able to see, though. He's now going to get up.
He just gave it up.
Spots him. He's just going to reposition. But Seattle Surge, no, this is probably going to be B. Pristini in the middle of the map, though. He gets blooded.
Just curious how much Priest has read this, because Looney has leaked all the way in behind. I think Priest got the worst timing.
They got to wait for Looney, but yeah. Looney's got to go as well. That helps.
Time to work with. Huge kill there from Gunless. Now Looney's going to get involved. Does Looney catch Priesta? Like? He does. Looney's able to get the kill. Looney actually ends up getting 2. The route around the entire map ends up being huge for Looney as he was exploring Miami Beach.
How do they play this? Standy's just going for it. this is a gamble. He's just hoping that they don't get on the bomb.
He got spotted. Oh,
It's working out. It's working out. Nobody's close to it. Nobody's close to it. Now you're down to 20 seconds. Danny's staying alive. He is just gambling that nobody is going to defuse. Oh, it got close, but Gunless finds it. Octane near it. Going to get the defuse.
They get the round, and yeah, Looney's long route. I would love to see it from Priest's POV. Like when he was holding that push through, like it looked like he gave it up as soon as he would have got eyes on Looney.
Well, I think he ends up shooting at him. We'll see it right here. Yeah. Okay.
No.
Yeah,
I'm talking way back at like hotel side.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. The other side. Yep.
I was just looking at the mini map, and it could have been obstructed, obviously, the line of sight, but like it looked like he was holding it and gave it up right as Looney pushed through. Just one of those COD timings that eat away at you. But I think it was, I think it was literally like the instant he gave it up. But you get that round if you're Surge. Finally, on the board. Pristini, who's so good in the map too, 10 and 5. No success really early in this one, but there it is. There's a first blood. That's massive for Pristini. Now you've got one player. Priesta, he got a kill from that spot onto Pristini earlier, playing so deep on this back boat. Now that he's shot, obviously, well, they've got more information on his position. They're just going to go ahead and push it out. Big gunfight win there for Gunless, but Standy takes one out as well. Now this one-on-one versus Looney. Looney so tagged up. He's going to push it out, finishes the kill. The flank comes in. 2 versus 2 now, making a 2-on-1. Attached now, trying to clutch up at a 1v2 with 35 seconds to go.
Yeah, I was to say they were so split this time. He's going to get on wrong, and it still might. 1v1 now. Attach, he spots him with the shoulder and the slide. Craig versus 74U. Attach, so good in these 1v1s. Throughout his career, the shots are in. Does not want to get caught. We're just going to switch positions, and he pushes it, and he wins it. Attach with the 1v2.
And it is a huge one. You get first blooded by Pristini. They get the final player. And Priesta like kind of outskirts as well. I think they're in such good position, but Attached with the big clutch puts Rokkr up 4-1. 2 rounds away now from getting the victory.
And that's what you saw, right? Like, Looney was on the bomb, but Pristini pushed all the way through. And Looney was trying to wait for him to pinch. He gets caught. And then you had Gunless, who was so far away. Pristini gets caught mantling up, trying to reposition. You could just tell the timing just didn't work out their way with how split they were. Ash wins it, and now it's a must-win defense. That was the round that could have got them back into it, right? You would have been down 3-2 on D, maybe a chance to flip the script and tie it up 3-3.
What was your key to victory for Seattle Surge? Like the X Factor stat for Octane? He had like a 1.8 in wins and a 0.8 in losses or something like that?
Yeah, what's he at right now?
1 and 4 right now. So they at least statistically really need him to turn it around. Oh, that
it just feels like he hasn't been involved in a lot of these fights where you would see him. But Looney has been the route man. He has been a key for them on defense. And
like a groundhog.
He finds the opening. The bomb is planted. There's a lot of space for Rokkr to work with. Can Priesta find Looney, or is he going to get that COD timing again? Looney gets behind him.
Yeah, that's a similar position to what they were kind of in last time around. Pristini, though, lovely shots. Standy, now, good luck.
Well, he's got time.
The key kill. Can he get the key kill? Goes in for the opening, takes down 1, but simply too many players there from Surge. A huge round win from Surge.
And now it's just can they get an offense? Can they find something? Because Pristini, not having the game that he had in map 2, but he's staying to himself. He stayed aggressive throughout the middle of the map. That's what we expect for him. He's going to take those gunfights. Looney has been just so good on their defenses. But can they find an opening on offense?
Well, looks like they want to go to B again. And once again, you'll have the 2 players here from Rokkr. It's how they're going to be playing. They're top purple, and Looney's just going to send it. Able to take that one. Attached does get out with his life, though, and that is huge. I thought he was going to get caught on the cross by Octane, but he's still up for now. And he backs all the way out to mid-map, so they've given up the site. They'll really just have the kind of back alley angle now if you're Rokkr. but it looks like Surge want to wrap this the whole way out. So the key man really going to be Priesta.
Accuracy and attach aren't seeing anything. I feel like Priesta's got to reposition here. I think he might get caught. It's either even a trade doesn't help them. Even a trade doesn't really help them because the bomb's probably going to get planted. They're just going to go. I mean, yeah, they don't see anything for so long, and Priesta's still in that spot. Now they're watching the cross. There's the Octane shot we wanted to see.
It's crisp. It's clean. And another one drops. Accuracy. He's had a fair amount of clutches in his day. Nice shots right as he gets the bomb plant in, but there's one close on his left lurking. But he spots it. Now into a 1v1. Does Accuracy have another 1v3? Accuracy versus Gunless. He's just gonna crawl up.
We talked about stretching earlier, Maeve.
He's on it. You gotta be limber. You gotta be quick. Because he's on the bomb. And you're nowhere near it. The defuse is through. Accuracy with another monster clutch. Ice all throughout his veins. 5-2 Rokkr.
Unbelievable. He finds the pick on Pristini on the bomb. There's just no reach out here. Octane doesn't reach out. He doesn't challenge the gunfight. He wants him to run by it, and he just checks it. He checks the corner. Because why? Octane took down his teammate running through the middle, right? So he knew that he was in that area. He just checks it. He gets the kill. Gunless is so far away. That is surprising for me. Octane not taking that one-on-one.
Oh, I thought he was dead instantly. As soon as he shot the first play, I thought he was dead instantly.
Man.
Because if anything, I guess that you're thinking if you're Octane, like, he knows my position. I just killed his teammate. Like, I got to chow this quick or he's going to shoot me. But, I mean, the sneak play almost paid off. But, yeah, that was
a little overthinking
a little
sometimes.
odd. Yeah, maybe that's all it is, just a little overthinking. But now you're Surge. You've got to rip off 4 straight rounds. Otherwise, Rokkr pull off their first reverse sweep of the season. And there's the first bit of the dagger into the back. Attach. Takes out Pristini. Nice first blood out of Rokkr. Accuracy soars on through.
It's been that player lurking. This time it was Pristini. Last time it was Looney. Well, a couple of times it was Looney. Looney, though, still alive. But he's trying to get through the middle of the map. They catch him. It's down to Gunless.
Gunless can't do it in a 1v4. Rokkr reverse sweep. Guarantee themselves a spot in the winner's bracket at the second major. And since adding Standy, they've played 3 matches. How many have they won?
They've won 3. They are 3-0. Perfect. 2 Game 5 wins, a 3-0 over Optic. They are looking so darn good right now. If they get that hard point to a little bit of a better position, kind of what we thought at the beginning of the year, that they were going to be a very difficult team to beat. They are showing it throughout this stage too.
Yeah, a team that's going to be a threat in any series, especially to go the distance. Like, you just feel like they're always going to be going 4 or 5 maps, and that's what we've seen it over the last couple of series. Surge, you battled. You've improved so much. It's been awesome to see, because I think I've been pulling for them just with the year last year and Octane's frustrations. It's been really, really cool to see them get better, but just not simply good enough there. Rokkr, the reverse sweep is through. A great map there from Standy, the newcomer, the young guy, 9-5 with nearly 1,500 damage. It's a big victory for Rokkr. And so what else does that cement? That guarantees what a winner's bracket spot for Chicago. So what does that mean? Our top 3 is going to be Empire, Optic, Rokkr now. Just a chance maybe for their placements to move around?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I got to look at it all, dude. I was reading through the notes to go into this. I was like, my head's going to explode. I mean, if you're an Optic fan, I guess you can rest easy. They're going to be in the winner's bracket, but that kind of gamble of, Surge won what they could have battled for 1st or 6th in that final match. That's not going to be the case. Unbelievable. We need to get to our scuff play of the game, and I bet you it's going to be Accuracy's 1v3. Some questionable plays there, maybe from Surge, but Accuracy, he's the one that steps up to the challenge.
Yeah, he is. Priest gets caught here. I'm very surprised he stayed in this situation because Accuracy and Attach aren't seeing anything. But there it is, right? Octane is shooting in this spot. He takes down Attach. Now the 1v3 is open. The rotation is here. Octane kind of repositions from that cross. The bomb's planted, so it's not like the worst case. I wonder if he saw him there and a teammate calls him out. I wonder if a teammate said to check it in that spot, because sometimes that happens where you check something and see anything, but maybe your teammate saw it. He gets the comm.
He kind of looked at it for a second. He kind of looked at it for a second when he was first pushing through, which I thought he knew he was there
the first time, but he tried to rip him off a bomb, which he did, and then I wasn't sure if he knew he was there, and then he checked it again, and maybe you're right. I mean, that happens all the time, just when you're playing with your friends, like, just your eyes are focused one way, or you don't see something your teammates do. Maybe that's exactly what happened, but unbelievable series. Rokkr, through gut and grit, they get it done, and accuracy, the hero of that map 5. But we're going to have Lottie and Nameless break it down after this. We still got one more match to go and matches tomorrow. The thrilling conclusion to Stage 2 continues on. We'll be right back.
An upset, to say the least. I don't know where to begin. I predicted a 3-0. Obviously, we came out really hot. We were up 2-0. Everything we had going for us just did not continue to play out how I had anticipated. Obviously, the shots were not there today. They could have been better. Looney came out so hard in that final game. Game 5 was so intense just watching Looney alone. I was on the edge of my seat. It was so amazing to watch Looney perform because he had not been in that original Control match. It was just horrendous. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Looney was not there, and he showed up at the end, and he came and he showed that he is not out of this yet, and then he just continued to perform for the rest of the day. It was absolutely beautiful. It was. There was nothing I would have preferred to have seen Looney do. He played exactly how he needed to. It just did not work out in his favor. Hardpoint, Garrison, I think it was the first time we had played that in an actual pro match, and we played better than I thought we would. It's usually a map that we veto. We try to avoid for said circumstances, but we shined, and we played phenomenally. We were down, I think, 80-9 in the beginning. It was not a clean game at all. We came back into taking the lead 120-119. Everything about that was just that was not the cleanest of climbs, but we got to the peak there. We unfortunately did not descend and come out on top. It was not properly performed. Preston, I would definitely have liked to see more from you. You shined really, really well at some points. You were so hot coming out of the gate. Everything about your shot was you showed up today, and it was really interesting to watch you play. I think that search match started off a little slow. Looney, I got to go back to you. You every time I say it, you get 2 kills in the first round, and you really do try to set the tone for the rest of your team. That play from Octane, I'm not really sure what happened there. I almost wish I could hear how the team comms were. I think maybe a call out had him check his the left turn he did just had him completely in the blind spot for him to get that 3-1 clutch and that defuse. That was very unfortunate. It was a really sad day to see that come out. I'm really hoping that we do not have a play like that ever again. Actually, it was a really embarrassing play on our half, but we had a lot of phenomenal plays. We had a lot of top-tier gameplay. Preston had the other casters on the edge of their chairs, gassing him up for the entirety of this. If you heard the casters, aside from me say it, Preston sometimes looks like he could potentially be the worst player in the league. But when his shot is on, it's undoubtedly the number 1, if not top 3 players of any team. People are they're lining up for Preston. People come, they chant, and they feast for this man. All right. We have to see if Optic wins. We wait to see how that plays out. We're not completely sure where we stand. It's no longer in our hands, but we will be seeing you guys in the majors. We will be looking forward to that. I will be back again. I will be co-streaming that and co-casting that, and I have a lot of hype and anxiety for that. I'm actually beyond excited. It will be my first major, and I cannot wait to see how this team performs in it. Obviously, I hope today does not repeat itself. To have a 3-2 comeback sweep on us, it's a sad day. Sad day for Seattle Surge, but we will be back, and we will come back and do the best that we can. We will come out on top. Come back April 7th to see more of the majors and more of me and the Seattle Surge roster absolutely dominating. Today was just a hiccup in the road ahead. And remember, shop.seattlesurge.gg for all of your necessities, your beautiful jerseys, hoodies, and more. You can look as good as our players do, win or lose. They are absolutely all beautiful. And remember, I'm your host, RLaw, and we'll be back drawing them out.
Seattle's squad is going to be really dangerous.
Seattle's inside! 249! 249! Seattle!
Make some noise for the Seattle Surge!